Have you ever wondered what are the rules of money, especially if you're starting over, or maybe you are not where you need to be financially? What are some of the rules that you can apply in your life in order to make the best of your position? If that is something that you're interested in, please meet us on the inside. Thank you for taking the time to meet us on the inside. Now that we're here, in our last session, we spoke briefly on some steps that we need to take in order to start from zero to make millions. So the first thing that we had indicated that was important in our 3-step was to find yourself a job. Get rid of pride, putting yourself back on the market. We don't care if you were making $10 million per month. Sometimes we need to simplify life so that we can enjoy the benefits that come with it. Many persons have had millions, even billions pass through their hands and don't even know it. It's not the amount of money that you actually make, but it's actually the amount of money that you keep. How many of you are actually keeping the money that you are making? And hence, that is where a lot of the problem comes in. So now that we're in a frame of mind that we have put away our pride after understanding where we are, and we are here to make a fortune, but we cannot make a fortune on a job. So in order to be where you were, or even further than where you were, or where you are in these very moments, depending on where when you're starting and where you're starting from, you will also need to have a business. A job will give you an income, but a business will help you to make a fortune. So as a man, you want to make a fortune so that you can protect and safeguard your family, not only for now, but for a generation to come. And as a mother, as a female, if you are there, which is about 10% of our population, and 10% of our population in terms of our audience, it indicates that you would want a man, or you would even want to be in a position where you can provide for your family. And understanding how to provide for your family means that you need to understand some rules of money. Here, let us get into the rules of money. From our last discourse, in our first installment of a series, where we gave some financial guides as to the concepts of money, we understood that money did not exist. Yes, it does not exist. Money is just energy. That brings us to the idea that money is a game. So the rule number 1 that you need to understand is that money is a game. And a game needs to be played within the parameters of the rules. And you cannot really cheat the game because the game is on autopilot. So if you follow the rules, you'll realize that money finds you. You'll make more money. But if you don't follow the rules, then you're going to realize that you're going to be in a catastrophe. A calamity may even reach you. But even so, once you play the game often enough, you will understand that making money is the easy part. The hard part is to preserve that money. So now we understand money is a game. Money loves money. The second thing that I want you to be aware of is that money is a doubles game. And when we're speaking of money, yes, we're still speaking of currency. As we had discussed what money is and what currency is, and we realize there's a distinction. So we're speaking of currency, but we're going to be referring to it as money for ease of understanding. So if you want more details on that, you can watch our video series, which is in the description and also linked above. So it is a doubles game. It is like this. If you made $10,000, you don't want to know when you're going to make $10,001. You want to know when you're going to make $20,000. And that there is going to spark. And then when you make $20,000, you don't want to know when you're going to make $30,000. You don't want to know when you can make $40,000. So yes, if you have $1,000 right now, you are 10 doubles away from reaching $1 million. It is that simple. It is a numbers game. So how fast it doubles will depend on your risk tolerance and your time horizon. So if you are younger, 20 to 30, you can take more risk, especially if you don't have a family. But the more you have responsibilities and families, then your desire to fail just reduces. When you reach 45 to 55, your risk tolerance may even diminish to a point where you're only in a preservation mode. But if you are eager for risk, then you may be in your 20s, and that is okay. High risk comes with high reward. And also remember, you can also lose and start over. But because you understand the concept of money and how to play the game, then now risk and reward will be balanced, that it can serve your purpose. If you're older, you're here in retirement age, it is going to be a little bit more challenging. But what we can do is to help to position you so that you will have enough resources to work with so you can live comfortable throughout the rest of your life. And in some instances, we can even position you, depending on your risk tolerance, to make money that you have never made in maybe your 40, 50 or 60 years of existence. And that is something that I want to do for you absolutely free. All you have to do is just stick around and follow us as we go through this sequence. Another thing that you need to know about money, number 3, it desires to be desired. What are we saying? It is not attracted to persons who don't like it. So if you see me or consider me to be a rich man and you don't like the rich man, it means then that money is not going to like you because it likes who it likes. And if you don't like the rich man and you say the rich man is doing X, Y, and Z and you are not doing, it is like you have a female person and she's slim and you take her out and you're going to tell her that you don't like slim women and she is slim. That there is an insult. So money will run away from you. I am sure that you don't want money to run away from you because the reason why you're here is so that money can reach you, reach into your pocket, call you. You want money to be checking you out. We want to understand that we have to have a money plan in order for money to work for us. Number 4, money likes to be active. When money is inactive, it loses interest, it becomes bored, and money does not like to be bored because what we are speaking about is the velocity of money. The more hands the money can reach, the more work the money can do, the more fulfilled the money becomes. The money is like an employee. You have an employee, but the employee doesn't feel fulfilled if you only allow them to do the bare minimum. They like to be utilized to their full potential. And it's the same principles with money. The more you use money, the more money will come to you. And the money will multiply. Be fruitful and multiply, not only in having babies, but also in having this construct of money, multiplying the resources that you have. And yes, it is a game of multiplication. So that there is out of the bag and you understand biblical concept as it concerns money. Now, number 6, I want you to understand that money doesn't like to be taxed. Like you're paying someone and you're taking a portion from them. They don't like to be taxed. It's the same thing. So money tries to go where incentives prevent it from being taxed. And as we get deeper into matters of critical business importance, so you can position yourself for a better future, you'll understand exactly what it is that we're saying. We're not saying that money likes to engage in tax evasion. What we're saying is that money likes to engage in tax avoidance. So whatever it is that the member of parliaments have on their agenda, whatever it is that the House of Representative members, parliaments have on their agenda, whatever it is, whatever leadership structure you have in your country, whatever they have on their agenda, whether they're Republican, they're Democrats, whatever it is, that is how you have to flow your money. Number 6, it likes to be leveraged. So when you have money, it wants to be leveraged so it can make more money. So sometimes you'll realize that people have $30 million and a house costs $30 million. They have the money, they are not giving up their money. They may put down $3 million and then they'll get a house valued at $30 million. So now what is happening is that their network has just increased from $30 million to $30 million plus that 3 million less the 30 that they have, even though some persons may calculate it and say that they are now in negative. However, though they may appear to be in negative because they would have had to pay the closing costs and all this kind of stuff. They are not truly in negative, because that there now becomes an asset, and that there is something that we need to explore a little bit more so everyone can be on the same page. Money likes to be invested, prefers to be invested than to be saved. Money doesn't like to be sitting in any boring checking account or any savings account. That is not where money should be. When money is sitting in those accounts, those monies are being used by other entities. Whichever entity you put your money in, that entity is using your money and giving you pennies on the dollars, or even sub pennies on your dollars. So money likes to be moved around, and that is something that you have to understand and grasp. Investing is important. Then you have to have your business. The next thing that is important is to have your secret account, which is not an emergency account. This account is an account that you have nobody knowing about. This account is what you would use per adventure, something cataclysmic happen. And we're going to discuss that even in a little further. Number 8, sometimes you may be in a position where you have $10 million and your friend has $100 million, and you are comparing yourself to your friend. No, you cannot do that. That is not how money works, because each person have their target. Each person is at a different level in the money game. You have to remember, this is all a game. It's a rigged game. It does mean that you cannot win. You can win. But if everybody is doing things the same way, then the game will only have average players. So everybody's going to school getting degrees, and then they have these jobs working for someone who doesn't even have a degree, and they don't even realize what is happening. So we're not bashing degrees. You need degrees for certain professions, certain occupation. But the idea of degrees making you money, that is a fallacy. You don't even need a degree to make the kind of money that you need to survive. And a degree sometimes is like a prison, because some persons with their degrees, they can't do anything outside of what their degrees indicate that they should do or they can do. So they are good in their area of expertise, but outside of that, they are poor. They are poor financially, they are poor in their relationship, they are poor spiritually, they are poor emotionally. It is crazy, but we're not going to discuss that in this sitting. So now, money also likes when you diversify. Money likes when you have a diversified portfolio. So you have real estate, you have stocks, you have bonds, you have ETFs, you have futures, you have different contracts, you have your business. Yes, it likes to be diversified. It likes to know that it can move from one place to another, but this comes with technicalities and a balancing act that needs to be taken place. But likes to be positioned and repositioned with the end game in mind while using strategic partnerships. Yes, money likes to be strategically partnered. So when you have roadwork construction taking place, the money likes to be strategically partnered. Constructions, the money likes strategic partnership. Whatever it is, the money likes to partner, not only with yourself, with one business, but with other businesses, with advertisers, with all different entities. It likes to be inclusive. Yes. We're coming down to the wire. Number 10, if there is an end to this whole world, or there is an existential crisis event, because money doesn't exist, and this is a game, it will not matter how much money you have. But while we are playing the game, I implore you to get as much money so that you can live a life which is satisfying, which makes you feel comfortable, your family is okay. And that is exactly what we're going to be doing. And we're going to be taking you through the principles and the protocol. It's a lot to digest, but we will take it step by step so you can move from zero to millions. And when you reach the millionaire status, then we can take you and travel together to the billionaire status. This is Money Trip JA, where we use cents to make dollars. Signing out is Dr. A. Have yourself a money-filled day, and see you in the next one.